Hey everybody, and welcome back to No Man's Sky as we explore this universe together and discover all the cool creatures and planets and things like that. So since you guys were last with me, I went and sold off some of the junk that was in my inventory. Kept around some of these things because they could be useful to me later. I probably should have sold the platinum, but oh well, I'll hold on to it for now. But yeah, I also went and uploaded some of my discoveries and specifically the fauna. I gave all those things names. So I'm not very creative, so it's kind of tough to do that on camera and come up with anything worthwhile. But as you can see, these names are kind of silly anyways. Basically just describing what the creature looks like in a weird way. But yeah, so I'm probably not going to end up naming any flora that's scanned or waypoints. But I'm going to try to name all of the fauna just because they're a little more interesting and varied. But yeah, anyways, figured I would share some of that. Not going to really get into the space station stuff too much just because it's pretty standard. I have not yet figured out how to get any missions, so hopefully as we explore a little bit, we'll figure out how the mission system works. But for now, we're just going to continue on. If you recall from last time, we got our ship all repaired and fueled up, and this planet looks gorgeous. And I really want to go to it, but I don't think... Lush planet. Man, that looks awesome. I swear they've changed these, like, planet from space textures. Also, this is a really cool kind of shot here. Oh man, yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna abuse photo mode here a bit. I'm such a huge fan of photo mode. I don't know. I think that's just a badass shot right there. Huh, another planet on the other side. Yeah, man, I should have done a little bit of this before I started recording. I didn't realize how gorgeous a planet I was sitting right outside of, or right next to, I guess. Anyways, but so we have an unusual signal that we need to go and investigate, and it seems to be on the other side of the space station. Yeah, there we go. So hopefully this planet's cool too. What kind of planet do we have here? Almost looks like there's lava on the dark side. A glacial planet, that's right, I remember that now. Alright, so let's go ahead and follow the signal beacon. We'll definitely explore that lush planet, whether it's in this episode or, next episode, or basically, depending on how much the like intro quest, so to speak, has changed since the last time I did it. We're gonna follow that up until the point where it requires you to leave the system and fly to another one, because I want to make sure I explore all of the planets in this system before moving on. I'm just kind of a completist like that. I don't like to leave planets undiscovered in systems, even if I literally just touch down on it, discover the planet, and then leave. I don't know. Call me crazy, call me OCD, whatever you will. I just like to discover all the planets and see what's there. And if they're boring, then move on. So, all right, we're closing in on the signal beacon here. Let's see if we can get in here and landed. Landing area not clear, that's not good. Oh, yeah, this new low flying is pretty awesome, but it's definitely trying to, it's definitely more difficult. I'm gonna end up crashing, and I'm also going to be annoying again because there was a pretty awesome view right there. Although it looked better when I was flying in my ship. Maybe because it's nighttime down here, and for some reason when I was in my ship it didn't seem like nighttime, but I guess that's kind of cool. Yeah. I don't know, it's not bad. However, let's jump on out here. Weather is crisp, minimal sentinels, full flora, bountiful fauna. Very cool. I already saw some flying creatures. So let's... 12 species, damn. So we got a whole bunch of those little flying dudes. Get some trees. Heat-seeking root structure. Makes sense for a cold planet. Oh, hey there, guys. What do you got here? Rachyrosa reefi. Oh. That's a crazy-looking dude. Almost looks like a kangaroo that's malformed. Oh, well, I didn't mean to scan that plant. But, anyways. Oh, look at that. Hey there, buddy. He's got a crazy-looking bug head. Oh, man, there's another big guy over in the distance there. Okay, we're going to have to go check those out. Got a little, like, almost like a shark head on that one. Those are some crazy little creatures. Those guys almost look like, it's going to be weird to say, but they look like if Ewoks were bugs instead of bears. It's almost like a bug Ewok. Yeah, those are neat looking though, if kind of strange. Alright, anyways, let's jump over here. Luckily our heat protection is holding up pretty well. And we will interact with this beacon. Yeah, I've noticed that animation doesn't quite work. Oh, so it's giving us a distress signal on a different planet. Okay. So we got some thamium. I think these are the crystals that I need a hazmat gauntlet for on this planet. But lots of zinc. I've noticed that it seems like, well, of the 2 planets I've been to so far, they're exceptionally zinc heavy, which is interesting. Or I think it's interesting. Because zinc used to be like really difficult to find. Where did that dude go? Am I crazy? There was totally a red creature dot around here somewhere. And there was a giant creature kind of in the distance. I mean, this guy's little. Oh, he's aggressive too. I was just about to say, kind of looks like an anteater, but he's a mean anteater. And I guess that makes him... Well, I mean, I guess an anteater is technically a carnivore because it's eating ants. But you don't typically think of anteaters as being exceptionally aggressive. Huh. It's a wacky looking guy too. This planet is just full of strange looking creatures. Well, I'm kind of bummed out. I don't know where that big guy went. Maybe he's only active in the daytime, and so as a result is not active now. I don't know. Uh-oh. So it looks like there's some sort of underground resource over here. I don't remember what's on this planet. Oh, that's the emerald. Unless they've changed something, emerald is a sort of subterranean resource. It forms in large underground chunks, which actually makes it kind of nice for mining on kind of harsh planets like this, because you can, you know, go underground. I don't have a bolt caster on this guy. I'm gonna run away. I'm not very well equipped to fight right now. So let's just peace out. That said, I would like to look around this planet a little bit more. The the bountiful nature of the creatures kind of makes me want to go, you know, look for more of them and see what sort of variety. Being a glacial planet, I'm not sure if that means that. So I would think that would mean that it would be frozen, but down there it looks like water or some sort of liquid oceans. So I'd be interested to see if it is like a frozen ocean, which would be kind of neat, or if it's just an ocean that's very cold. You know, they didn't have these different distinctions previously with the planets, so let's see. Over here is an ocean. It's kind of frustrating. This, yeah, 10 minutes away by flying. They used to, when you scanned like that, you know, it would find points of interest that were within, you know, a minute or two or less of your current location, which made it really nice for going and finding things. I'm not sure what I'm scanning right now. Primary element kelp sack. That's interesting. Can I mine kelp sacks? Aha, yep, so it is, oh, okay, so this is the new name for, I don't know, there used to be a different name for that element. But it's relatively rare, and you need it for some of the, like the guys that, all the guys that go in your base. I can't think what they're called, and I honestly forget which like quest line it's associated with. It's either like the farming maybe or the scientist. I honestly don't remember. More stuff to refigure out, but unfortunately I'm probably gonna end up selling this stuff this time because I just don't have a lot of storage to be hauling it around until I set up a base. Those little guys look like leeches. Let's get out of the water for a minute. Yeah, they're not gonna attack me or anything, but I would bet, given the amount of water on this planet, it is likely that there are more creatures. It's an interesting, like, red hue to the horizon. Oh, you know what? It's probably from the sky. I definitely told you guys I get I get distracted quite easily while playing this game. That's interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about the sensitivity of the scanner. Like, you don't have to linger at all and it starts scanning, which can be kind of nice, but at the same time it's also a little bit annoying when you're just using the scanner to kind of get a better view. Let's see, where are we at right now in terms of fauna? 9 out of 12. Oh, that's not too bad. Such a weird little dude. Looks like he's wearing a mask. I don't know, maybe we'll get around to naming some of those creatures once we've progressed a little bit further. I think I'm gonna run back to my ship though and try to fly around and find a structure. I think what actually really annoys me about the fact that when you scan, it shows you points of interest that are super far away, is it's not that there aren't closer points of interest, it just doesn't show them on the scan, which is, I don't know, it's frustrating. Because you can be flying along, skimming the ground, and just kind of like find points of interest that it didn't show you. And I'm photo moding it up again, I know. This is going to be a consistent thing, I think. I don't know, it just looks really cool. Maybe it's just me, but I think there could also be some filters, especially maybe ones that brighten it up a little bit. Nah, isolation doesn't do a whole lot. Okay, well, some of the filters are just gross. And don't really do much of anything. Or at least not much positive. Yeah, this is a lot of ocean. I would bet money there's at least one, if not two, other creatures to be discovered out in the ocean. Which is actually kind of unfortunate because swimming around the ocean just takes forever. Oh man, I thought I was gonna collide with that land for a second there. Yeah, 8 minutes. I mean, that's a lot of time commitment for this ADD Explorer. Let's see what we can see. Hey, buddy. I was gonna say, I think I've seen you before. I was kind of hoping to get another one of those big guys that sort of showed up and then disappeared on me. Oh, hey look, there's something over here that we can get to in 1 minute. Maybe we'll go check you out. And get some of this kelp sack on the way. What we got here? Just iron. Biologically active, interesting. So maybe that's like coral, I guess. It's got neat little crystals coming out of it. That's a cool model. I find these kind of funny, these little like underwater structures. I guess maybe at one point the ocean wasn't quite so low here. Man, oxygen protection runs out really fast and fills up really slowly. And unfortunately, we are running low on life support. Oops, but then we get that taken care of nice and quickly. Can chart this sector like a good little explorer. And see what we got. Oh wait, I do want to keep this stuff for now. I don't have enough money to be sticking my nose up at, or turning my nose up at items just because, you know, they're not worth a lot. Come on, oxygen. Oh man, my inventory is full too, apparently. I'm guessing this kind of looks like one of the abandoned structures, which is not necessarily ideal. I don't know. We'll go in and take a look. These things annoyingly always had one of those little like tentacle, not monsters, but plants. There we go, plants. Little tentacle plants that would attack you, and since you're in a building, you can't pull out your multi-tool to like attack them back. So it was, I don't know, it was kind of annoying because you couldn't do anything about it except just get hit by it because it was right in the way of where you needed to go. Whoa. Okay, so we have to do that, and then we can interact with the terminal. Nice. User identified. Terminal now active. Unlocking data log for analysis. It looked like a wound on the world, crimson and ragged-edged, like something that once lived but was then torn asunder. I should have stayed away. Had I the senses to taste the air of this planet, I imagine it would have reeked with some kind of alien fetor? Fedor? I don't know. But nothing could stall my curiosity. Was it dead? Where I touched it, the surface was moist and yielding. It seemed to become motile then, crawling on a mat of slow cilia moving from me. I should have left it alone. That's pretty ominous. That's way better than the text I used to have on these things. Nanite clusters, and a pretty good amount of them too. Now to run back to the surface. Nice. Cool. Well, that's good to see, because like before it would just say you found a data log of a long lost traveler or something like that, and then it would just, you know, give you a technology, and that wasn't super interesting. So I'm glad to see that they've kind of, you know, stepped it up a notch, added a little more like lore, and they did mention that they added like more plot and story in the Atlas Rises update, but I didn't know that it was specifically, or rather I thought it was specifically like a storyline, not necessarily these little tidbits. So that's pretty cool. Alright, let's see here. So if we take a look at the ship and recharge all our stuff, we could do with a little bit more iron. Hey look, this is iron. Oh, that's right. I start mining the iron and immediately wasting it. Basically, I want to be able to charge up my pulse engine a little bit. Because we are going to jump off of the planet and go over to the off-planet beacon. Kind of sucks, you know, to discover 9 out of 12 creatures and then move on. This is a pretty cool planet. But I'm just kind of itching for more. So, oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Toss a little iron in there and blast off. And back to the stars we go. Alright, where do we need to head? Oh, is that the awesome planet? Yeah, it is. I hope that's where this is supposed to be, or where that distress signal is. They must have changed the code for how it displays what's around the other side of a planet, because it totally looked like it was on the right side of this lush planet when it was actually on the left side, because it just, you know, how everything lined up with where I was currently. I honestly can't imagine the you know, the coding and the logic that goes into figuring out where to place those icons. As someone who writes code for a living, that just seems wild to me. Alright, let's do one of those. Oh man. There it is. Look at that. It's a crashed freighter. One of the things that they mentioned was added in the update. We have ourselves a nice little landing spot so we don't have to waste any of our resources. Lush. So we got a humid, standard sentinels, lots of flora and some fauna. I'm already liking the look of this planet. Oh hey, look at that. Whoa. Those are bizarre. At first I thought that was an eye, but it's like a mouth on the front of these crazy like flying worms. Yeah, that's something else right there. Okay, we gotta get it with the planet in the background. Those guys look like they could do a little damage. They also look like what I would expect the sandworms in Dune to look like, except they're in the air. Maybe not the tail, and obviously the sandworms would be bigger, but the faces definitely look like what I would think a sandworm would look like. So we're interacting with a freighter terminal. Log damaged. Okay, that makes sense. This thing is all broken to hell. Signal led me to the wreck of a freighter. Fragments of metal, blah blah. Ah, who knows? Not me. Pilot's log. Blinking, awaiting input. Give me that log. Strange sequence of numbers followed by a short message. The anomaly comes for the stars. Take flight. A schematic for Hyperdrive is attached to the end of the message. Nice. Aha. That makes sense, I guess. So somebody wanted me to find the Hyperdrive blueprint. I'm really excited that you can get Hyperdrives for your freighter now, though. Yeah, the good old dynamic resonator. This planet looks gorgeous. The grass looks fantastic. Oh man, I want to see it in the sunlight. Oops. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to do this because I can't state enough that I really like the photo mode, and as a result, I take a lot of pictures. Oh man, this seems ripe for the field of view. Oh, that's interesting. That's a different order than it is on the PS4. All right, so. Oh man, actually, if it was a little bit wider, we could even get the bridge of the freighter in the picture. That planet on the left is so distorted because of this crazy field of view we've got going on. Yeah, I don't know if I like that very much, honestly. Let's see, I think there's a way to reset. Oh, yeah. Although that didn't seem to have actually done it. Oh, there we go. Had to actually touch it. Alright, anyways. Let's see, what's around. Wow, there's a whole bunch of crap. Huh. So how do I get to all these little tidbits here? Almost seems like it's in the ground. Huh. Can I like get inside the freighter somehow? I think I've got, yeah, my torch. Very, well, I don't know if it's only British, but British word for flashlight. Maybe it's other countries as well. In the US, we just call it a flashlight. What a landscape. They weren't kidding when they called this a lush planet. I heard something. What's making that noise? Oh. Oh no. See, the sensitivity is bad right now. Getting all the plants and stuff by accident. Wow, that was difficult. That dude looks cool though. Whoa. Where in the world did he go? or she. I don't know. I didn't actually see if this particular creature said it had a gender or not. Well, that's really strange. Dude disappeared. Oh, that's because he's inside the ship. Can I go in the ship? Aw. Well, that's not very fair. Whoa. Can scan the little rocks on the side. For a second I thought that was going to be too far away. Oh man. I feel like this is going to be the one problem I have with doing a series. I'm going to waste half my time getting excited about the views and taking screenshots, and it's just going to kind of... people are going to get bored watching me do that. It's pretty cool. Got some underground resources down there. Oh, okay. Looks like we have a floating island as well over there. That's cool. I hadn't noticed that. Oh, is it gonna play the? Oh, it didn't play the the journey milestone music, but apparently I got one. It's a cool little plateau. I want to figure out how to get these little whatever these icons are for. Whoa. Jetpack ran out and stuff is flashing on the screen. So usually those little icons are associated with like damaged machinery. But they seem to be in the ground, with the exception of like this one, which is sticking out a little bit. Can I interact with you? Maybe? I don't know, maybe you need the like ground manipulator gun to dig these things out, and that's, I don't know, part of your reward for upgrading, getting the ground manipulator. I'm not sure. Anyways, enough of that. We're gonna go and fly around this really cool planet a little bit. Maybe find some more cool stuff. So this planet has floating islands. That's pretty awesome. But it seems about it in terms of the like really nifty landforms. Or landforms? Land formations. Got a little water here. Let's stop by the water and see what we can find. Oh. Pop on out. It's actually kind of a, yeah, see, look, this is the emerald, I bet, yep. It's kind of neat how it forms these little pockets that have then filled with water. Apparently I've already found this little creature. He looks like a little dog. Hey, buddy. I don't have any carbon for you. Nothing in this little puddle of water to scan. Was this, did I get many discoveries on this planet? I think it was the last planet. Yeah, I've only got 2 out of 11 here. Yeah, this is a planet that I could probably spend a lot of time just flying around looking at. But I would kind of like to see it in the daytime. Maybe I should just fly to the other side. The other side of the planet where there's some sunlight going on. Gonna use up all of my launch thruster fuel if I'm not careful. Yeah, let's see. Let's jump around to the other side real quick. Why not? Try to find some sun on this planet. There we go. Looks like there should be sun over here. I will say, when it said lush, I was expecting more trees. Not that that's necessarily like a, a rational expectation. We'll stop here. We'll learn a word from this little totem. I forget what the hell they're called. Knowledge stone. The Gek word for high. All those Geks getting high. Rherophaite. This is neat. I feel like this is something else that's new. These little kind of like metal block looking structures out of the organic rock that some of the rocks have had. That dude kind of looks like a porcupine with a weird like dinosaur head. Oh, what do we got there? Cool looking dude. This really is a gorgeous planet. Alright. I know. But look at that guy. He looks really cool. Got a spiky back and his crazy little hook nose. Screenshot? Oh. Looks like the game froze a little bit on me. I've had this happen off and on. Usually not very regularly, but more regularly than I would hope. So, well, got 2 screenshots apparently, and then jumped off to the side. I don't know. It's a cool little creature. Anywho, let's I reckon let's keep on powering through. Let's go need to buy a dynamic resonator so we can make our hyperdrive, which I think is what we want to do. I think that's it's gonna be the last thing that we accomplish today, if you will. Alright, off to the space station. Oh, that's nice. It's not very far away. I guess that makes sense, seeing as, you know, that lush planet was the one that I saw just coming out of the space station. Alright, let's get ourselves a dynamic resonator. These things can actually be kind of pricey for early game. Gek City up in here. Alright, let's sell some stuff real quick. Just, because we can. I think I moved all the stuff to the starship that I actually want to sell, like the Vy'keen dagger, metal, residual goop, kelp. Yeah. Oh. Alright, now we need to buy a dynamic resonator. Yeah, 33,000. That is expensive. Although it looked like there were 64 of them for sale, which is insane. Usually, previously there had only been like 1 or 2. Oh man, you know what? I didn't even look to see what I need to build the dynamic resonator besides, to build the hyperdrive besides the dynamic resonator. Oh, cool. I knew there was a reason I kept that Heridium around. Let's just put it right here. Because I don't, actually, do I have tech slots? I do have tech slots. Why don't we use a technology slot? Nice. And now we need warp cells. All systems functional. Seek answers among the stars. So, I think it's the log, or is it the guide? No, the guide. So this is cool too. I feel like I touched on this a little bit in the first episode, but it gives you a lot more information than you used to have. Journey, maybe? It's kind of annoying I haven't been able to figure out how to, like, get missions with the guild, but we'll get there. Oh no, this is it, okay. Find antimatter. Okay, so I imagine I've got to jump back out into space. Ooh, what's this? That looks like a cool ship. I've yet to find any of the crazy looking new ships, but bet this is like a Class A ship or something. Class B fighter. 26 slots, that's pretty awesome, but only 4 tech slots. Yeah, if only I had 6.5 million units, be awesome. Anyways, I think we're gonna wrap up there for this episode. So we got ourselves a hyperdrive and explored a couple planets, and now we're just gonna need to find ourselves some fuel. And so hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.